gentlemen, say hi to my friends Andrew Schloss and David Joaquin, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Hi.
So the first thing, like when I got this thing and I started looking at it, beside like the pictures and the graphics are awesome, great job. This is not a cookbook. This is a serious. This is like a Bible.
It's heavy too, right?
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
It's a workout, just picking it up.
No, it really is. Great job. And I mean, if you don't even have a clue, or if you think you know a lot about grilling, folks, let me tell you, this book is awesome. It's called Mastering the Grill. It's by Chronicle Books. And guess what? Everybody in the studio audience gets a copy of this stuff. Oh, yeah. All right. So when Andrew and David and I come back, we're going to kick it up a notch. Yeah. Say hi to my friends Andrew Schloss and David Joaquin in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. These guys are masters right now. We're going to try to get something in their tummy for coming by here. Thought we'd start with a little grilled pizza.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
So a little very simple pizza dough and floured surface. And you can either use your hand or you can certainly use a rolling pin. You want to keep it floured, but not too much flour. I kind of like shaping them myself with my hand, just kind of stretching them a little bit. That's what I've done right here. What we're going to do is we're going to start. I got a lightly oiled grill, medium heat.
Yeah.
Medium heat. So we're going to go right on here and start the pizza with few minutes on each side, but the first side is important because we want to sort of cook it halfway before we flip it over, and then we're going to build the pizza and do it right on the grill. So really great. I thought we would do a little pesto and a little bit of cheese.
That looks beautiful. That's a nice looking piece there.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
So do you guys grill a lot with this?
With taleggio?
Yeah.
Well, not grill.
Cheeses are pretty hard to grill, right?
Actually, you can put a whole piece of cheese on a grill, something firm enough like a goat cheese.
Yeah. Well, goat cheese is good because it doesn't melt, too. Right. It'll just get a little bit soft, but it won't start oozing
so
like a
taleggio.
You
can get that smoky flavor in there real quick like
put
that.
Put a little herb crust on it, chill it, and then put it on the grill.
But this will be great on a pizza because the crust will protect it.
Yes. And get that oozy...
It'll be great. It'll be good.
Well, we're going to see what happens here in a second. So you don't want to rush it, and certainly don't want to disturb it too much. In this case, maybe we'll get a little spatula, and... we'll just let it go. And the thing is with grilled pizzas is that you can do so many toppings, as the guys were saying that you can really let your imagination run wild. You could do it with vegetables. You could do it with mushrooms. You could do all different types of cheeses. It's a really good way. We're trying to get the bottom here secure, a little base here, where it's, basically half cooked. And then once we flip it over, then we can assemble the pizza, and it's very, very simple. I've got a very basic pizza dough recipe, and as I was saying, on the floured surface, you just sort of want to just kind of work the dough a little bit, and sort of stretch it. Then I'm using a little peel, which is this piece here, and then once I get the dough that I want and the size I want by stretching it, or like I said, you could roll it with a pin. I find it easier like this. And then what I like to do, get the air out of it. This will be a little smaller one. So I'm sure you guys get the question, like I get, like, what's your favorite thing to cook?
Yeah.
It's like, what's your favorite thing to grill, right? It all depends, right? I mean,
like you were saying, pizza's so versatile, you can make a dessert out of that.
Yes.
You spread a little, like, gianduja on it, the chocolate hazelnut spread, Nutella, spread that on there, some strawberries.
Delicious.
Strawberry mascarpone pizza in the book. It's really good.
Yeah.
All right, so look, this is probably close now. So we'll just kind of flip it around a little bit there. I love dessert pizzas. Fun to do also, We did a whole a kids block, and that's exactly what we did one afternoon. Is we just got a bunch of dough and a couple of grills going, get the kids, their toppings, and had a little dessert pizza party. It was really fantastic.
Nice.
All right, so now what we're going to do is put this using a little cornmeal on the peel, so it just sort of also can sort of slide off a little bit easier too, and we'll get this one on too. You don't want too much too much oil on the grill. All right, this should be ready, guys. So we're going to flip this over.
Nice.
So we got a nice little, all right, and then what we can now do is start to build a little even spread of the pesto.
That looks good.
Yeah, pesto on just about anything, right? Just kind of works.
Yeah. Your dough looks really perfect.
Thank you.
It's rising great.
So then we'll have a little room on the side. And then, what do you think, guys? The taleggio?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we'll put some of that sliced. This is a wonderful cheese, folks. Obviously, you can tell by the guys and I, it's one of our favorites, too. It's going to melt just perfectly. And I don't mind having a little extra on here. Just a little cheese, you know. And then we'll do just a tiny little bit of salt like this. And maybe a little. So let me ask you guys, was there like an inspiration to do like this grill book? Because I know that you guys have been involved with 25, 30 books.
40 between
40 books?
Yeah.
All right, so we lost count. Can you imagine that? I mean, 40 cookbooks? I mean, it's pretty amazing. I mean, that's, you know, these guys are really serious about it.
People think that grilling is really mysterious, and I think that focusing on the science of grilling, which is what we do in the book, really makes it more understandable. There's this perception that you have to know what you're doing and learn from somebody who knows what you're doing, but there are principles to learn that will help you grill better the first time you step up to the grill. So that's what we talk about.
Yeah, we found that if we could teach people about how fire works, about how different foods respond to fire, then they'd be in control. Then they could start to master any recipe that they do.
And you break that down in the chapters of this as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know, folks. I mean, the studio audience, lucky everybody gets a copy to take home. By the way, thanks to. Oh yeah. But if you begin, one of the things that I was pretty impressed with in the beginning of the book, which you'll find, I mean, the guys start talking about, first of all, the different cuts. They talk about fish, but then they start talking about mastering meat. They start talking about all the different animals and the different cuts. And they start giving you and teaching you a lot about proteins without, I mean, it's really a Bible of grilling. Anyhow, we're going to start grilling a little bit more. I got this awesome pizza on. We're going to chat with the guys a little bit more about grilling. When we're going to come back, wait till you see what we're going to get started. Doc Gibbs and the Emerald Live Band. Welcome back. We're grilling up here with a couple of masters tonight. Oh, yeah, babe. Got the first one, I believe, is done. Oh, yeah. Not enough cheese, though, huh, guys?
No more. Smells good.
Oh, yeah. I know one of you guys are going to feel ripped off. I can see it already, so.
For us, thank you.
You know, I got to take care of you guys. I mean, first here, folks, give it up for our friends Andrew Schloss, David Joaquin. All right.
Perfect.
Good stuff, huh?
It's great.
I got another one here I'm going to take off here in a second. Somebody's going to be lucky enough to get a bite of that. But first of all, let's go on. During the commercial break, it was unbelievable. Andy says to me, "Psst." I'm like, yeah. He said, turn the temperature down. So I turn that temperature, that side down. I got this side pretty cranked up because what we're going to do in the honor of you were talking about vegetables, we're going to do one that you guys kind of like, which is corn. That we've soaked overnight, preferably, in the husks, soaked in water. And we're just going to go right on the grill with it here. And you guys mentioned in the book, don't be shy. Let it get black. Let the husks get black. Let them get charred.
Because that'll smoke the corn inside. The corn's going to steam inside, and the smoke from the husk is going to give it a great smoky flavor.
Yeah. So what we've done is we've done that. Did a batch earlier. Let it cool a little bit so that you can handle it. And then basically, just want to show you this. We've got our jalapenos here. we're going to take this and make it into a delicious corn salad. When I first made this, I was like, oh yeah. And then when I did it again, it was like, everything all right over there, ladies? The corn's going wild. So you can see where it's got this nice smoky flavor, but it's not at all charred. The outside is charred, but this is, oh, it's just got this really, really wonderful flavor. So we're going to peel this up here. And then what we're going to do is I've got some tomato and some red onion chopped up. I've got some parsley, a little garlic, and some lemon juice or lime juice, or a combination of both. And what we're going to do is we're going to start turning this into a corn salad. Doc, this is right up your alley right here.
Sir.
And basically what we're going to do is we're going to take sort of a utility knife and just start taking the corn right off the cob. Just like this. We're going to find that cob, and we're just going to come down and we're going to start stripping that corn. Now, you guys don't use this for any grilling, the cobs, right? I mean, there's like some people like this, like
to stick it on the fire. You mean?
Yeah, you mean burning them as a fuel?
For what, right? No?
Yeah.
I think they're too wet.
Yeah.
I think they would just steam.
You're too wet. Yeah, I'm a big fan of wood. Mm-hmm. I like you guys.
Oh, yeah. High and dry. High and dry. It's dry heat and it's high heat.
What's the best that you like?
Bincho tan.
Hickory?
Extremely high heat.
What's that?
Bincho tan from Japan. That's really high heat. It's an oak.
You guys use a lot of southern woods?
Mostly oak.
Mostly oak, because of the heat.
Pecan.
Yeah,
Pecan's really good.
Pecan gets good and hot, too. All right, so look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start, not only that, I'm going to start mixing the corn and the jalapeno, and then I'm going to mix the tomato and the onion and the parsley, garlic, a little lemon juice in here, salt and pepper, okay? And then we're going to even add a little freshness. We're going to add a little mint, and you'll see it when we come back. Stick around. We'll be right back. Doc in.
Basic methods of flavoring grilled food: marinades, rubs, and sauces.
But you should never use more than 2 of them at a time, or the flavors can become muddled or overpowering.
So the possibilities are using a marinade and a rub,
Or a rub and a sauce.
or a marinade and a sauce. The most intense layering of flavor comes from using a marinade and a rub.
Or a rub and a sauce.
Gibbs and the Emerald Live Band. Yeah. Welcome back. Emerald Lagasse here. If you just joined us, we're grilling with a couple of masters. That's right. We have Andrew Schloss and David Joachim in the house, ladies and gentlemen. And their brand new book from Chronicle, Mastering the Grill. Welcome again, guys. Good to have you. Have a little snack. We're going to do a little marinating here in a second with some ribeye steaks, like you guys had up there. We're going to do a little marinade here in a second, and we're going to do that great grilled potato salad. First, I wanted to save it for you. I wanted to finish that corn salad in front of you, which is so yummy. So we had grilled the corn, and then we took the corn off the cob, and don't want to bust it up too much. Now we chopped up the 2 jalapeno peppers that we're going to add in here. And the lime juice, that'll wake it up. Some garlic in there. Yeah. And then the red onion. And the chopped tomato. And fresh parsley. And as I said, we are going to also not only add a little bit of fresh ground pepper, because we got the jalapeno in there, not too much, and some salt. But then we're just going to kind of give it a little freshness, and what we're going to do is take a little bit of fresh mint. A little fresh mint. Reminds me of a little mint julep. All right. How's that pizza, all right?
It's great.
Good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to toss this, all these wonderful flavors in here, and have a wonderful corn salad. We could just add, if it seems to be a little dry, we could add just a little bit of olive oil in here, just to sort of moisten it up just a little bit. Don't want to overkill the flavors. And then we have the corn salad now. Now, next. Oh, thank you. Next in the sauce pot, whether you do it on the grill or not, because basically, you know, I was recently in the wine country a couple of weeks ago. I was doing a little charity dinner. 15 of us. We had 3 grills. 2 charcoal grill and 1 propane. That's all they had. And my chef and I, we actually cooked the whole dinner. 8 courses, 15 people on 3 grills and 1 saute pan.
It's great. It's heat.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's heat.
It's heat. That's
we
exactly
tell people
it.
to treat it like a saute pan. Some people never clean their grills. You never do that with a saute pan.
Right.
Scrape it, clean it, just like you would with
It's really
a saute
true.
pan.
You know, you go over those folks' house. We won't mention any names. You know, and you lift up. You know, yeah, come on, let's do some grilling. You know. Ah! What's in there? It's like pigeons and you know. Oh, jeez. You know, the cat had taken a nap in there for a couple of days. I mean, jeez, what's in? Come on. Anyhow, we're going to take some balsamic vinegar and lots of red onion. Yeah, I love red onion. I love cooking with red onion. I know you guys do too. Slivers of garlic and just a tad of brown sugar. And what we're going to do is we're going to dissolve that, put that on low heat to start one phase of a barbecue sauce. Now, you guys talk about 2 but not 3. You got rubs, you got marinades, and you got
Sauces, chutney, salsa.
Yeah. Right.
So you make a great point about, I've been saying it for years. It makes me crazy, people, and I get so many of those, you know, email WW things like, why did my chicken burn? I was out grilling, it was 4th of July, I'm embarrassed, you gave me the recipe, it's 25 people I had over and I burnt my chicken. And so you go, okay, what did you do? Well, I marinated it in the sweet barbecue sauce, and then I put it over high heat and started grilling the chicken. And before the chicken can even get a third of the way done, the sugars are all completely burnt. Sugar burns.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. Sugar burns. So, but it's really true. It's the same thing with ribs or anything that you're going to, you know, turkey breast or whatever. You got to wait to the end to sauce, and that's when you should just add the flavor to it. Unlike now, we're going to make a marinade. So I've got here some soy sauce, and you could use whatever. I have a combination, actually, of soy and balsamic vinegar. Tiny bit of soy, mostly balsamic. Crushed red pepper. Nothing wrong. It looks like, oh, no, wow, you're going to blow the house down. Well, it's not going to happen because it's going to go a long way. Look at these beautiful ribeye steaks, huh? Oh, yeah. So first of all, what we're going to do is just lightly, and you guys also talk about this, you know, lightly season, okay, the steaks first. And then we're going to go inside the marinade here one at a time. So we take this guy here, and then we're going to take this guy here.
Yeah, the thing with that marinade is because only about 5% of that marinade is actually going to get into the steak,
Yep.
you're only going to get 5% of that pepper in there.
Right.
That's why you need a lot of seasoning in a marinade in order to get some seasoning into the meat.
It's really an excellent point. And folks, really, if you joking aside, take the time, read this. This is not just a cookbook. This is a book of love, a lot of hard work. It's, as I said earlier, it's a Bible about mastering the grill. It's incredible. But as Andy just said, I mean, look, you know, only really 5% of this, and it doesn't matter if we do this overnight. It doesn't matter. There's only so much of it that's going to get in there. It's not like if we left it dry. If we left it dry and covered it with salt, well, then a lot's going to happen. I mean, you're going to get a lot of saltiness because dry is totally different than wet.
Well, that's why rubs give you the biggest flavor. Marinades actually give you a more subtle flavor than rubs do.
Yeah, because you're eating the rub, but you're not going to eat all the marinade.
Right, exactly. That's a good point right there. You're not going to eat all the marinade, but the rub, you could possibly. I see how you were rubbing that thing. That's kind of like how I do it. I mean, if you're going to do it, baby, it's like, go ahead.
Right.
It's going to burn off, right? Most of it. That's my theory. Some of it's going to burn off.
Yeah, it's going to change. It's going to change into a different flavor when it starts to brown too.
All right. We're going to marinate these steaks. We got a little barbecue sauce. Corn salad is made. I got some Yukon Gold potatoes right here. Slices of red onion and a couple of links of chorizo that I'm going to oil with some olive oil and begin on a medium.
I would do those on medium, yeah.
Medium heat. And you'll see that when we come back. Stick around. Andy, David, and I will be right back. Yeah, welcome back. Andy and Dave in the house, mastering the grill right now. Took the potatoes off the grill. Start letting them cool a little bit. Got the onions I just took off. Ribeyes right now. Ooh, they're at that medium rare stage. All right, now here's what we're going to do. To the balsamic vinegar, we're going to add tomato. And we're going to add tomato paste. A little structure there. Ooh, ooh. We're going to add a little bit of that Worcestershire sauce. A little rosemary, just for kicks. Now we're going to really let this go up a little bit here now in temp. Now, I want to take the ribeye steaks off, let them rest a little bit. We don't want to overcook them. While that's happening, we're going to put the touches on the old tater salad. So we're going to take these onions, the red onions, just kind of rough chop them. Oh, yeah. Kind of rustic, too. I like it. So those are going to go in here. Fans are going wild. Yeah. Okay, now, while we're on that, we're going to take our sausage. Guess you could finely chop this if you wanted. Guys, leave it a little rustic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going rustico with this.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's also like everything's about the same size, which is good in a salad.
Yes. So we're going to add the sausage. Come on.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Grilled potatoes, grilled sausage with some grilled red onion.
Mm-hmm. What's cool about the salad is that it's the flavor of the grill that's holding everything together.
Yes.
That everything has this flavor of fire in it that's bringing all these elements together.
And then they're each going to add their own little component of flavor, too,
absolutely.
right? And now what we're going to do is we're going to just sort of bring this all home. You let this cool just a little bit. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to take it, season it real lightly right now. Sorry. Parsley, I like the rustic of this here. Garlic in here, right? Now, hard cooked egg and a little mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. All right, so we'll just fold this in. Look at all these flavors, are just incredible. All right, so now we got this incredible grilled potato sausage, whatever sausage you like, salad, ready to go. And then we have the corn salad, which is right here. We're resting the ribeye steaks, and what we're going to do real quick, real quick, what we're going to do is this. We're going to take them now, just put them real quick. And then what we're going to do, don't want to overcook them, is we just want to apply the first little basting of this sauce. Now, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're building a meal here now, right? Right? I got these little skillets here, and you're going to love this. What we're going to do to just accoutrement these guys right here, we'll take a little bit of oil in each one. Bacon drippings would work good too. Then what we're going to do is take an egg and a little bit of melted butter and some buttermilk. Oh yeah, babe. To some cornmeal, we're going to add sugar, baking powder, baking soda, sugar, salt. It's a southern thing. So now we're going to make this cornbread. Could put some chilies in here, some green onions.
Yeah.
Bacon would work as well. Then what we're going to do now is we're going to come right in our hot skillets, right on the grill. We're going to start our little cornbread. See, you can do it all on the grill.
Yeah.
Now, what these guys would do and recommend you doing, if you're doing this, you would use the lid of the grill now to close it, to sort of trap the heat, so you have like a condensed heat in there to evenly do that.
It turns your grill into an oven, is what it does when you close it up.
But, you know, we're out of money here at the Food Network, so we have to use a sheet pan. So we're just going to pretend this is a cover, okay? You'll never even know, okay? It's called Portuguese ingenuity, okay? Andrew Schlupp, David Joaquin, mastering the grill. One last dish and we come back. Stick around, Black Kids.
No cooking technique benefits from neglect. So to control flare-ups, just close the lid.
And most grilled food cooks in 30 minutes or less anyway, so you need to stay there. So watch the food, look for hot spots, and make sure nothing is burning.
And if you're going to use a sweet barbecue sauce, only brush it on at the end.
The whole meal's been dedicated to the grill. I hope you're having a good time out there, folks. Telling Andrew and David in the commercial break about how we formulated these cornbreads really was for a little tribute to the opening of Emeril's Gulf Coast Fish House in Gulfport, Mississippi after the hurricane. You can see how it just, the bottoms will get a little toasty.
That's great on cornbread.
That's it. You know, I mean, they'll get a little toasty like that. I mean, we'll flip one over. Look. But how, you want to talk about yummy, delicious, delicious, yummy. You didn't get one? I mean, you were like the spouses and you didn't like even get a plate?
Okay.
What's up with that?
We'll get it later.
Would you like a cornbread? No, I'll give you a hot one.
Cold's good enough.
No. Let me give you a hot one here, please. Ladies, here you go. Thank you, Andrew. Jeez. So we serve these here with a little Tupelo honey and a little honey butter. But I'm going to save some of it because I got another surprise, too, coming off the grill right here. Ladies, how you doing, okay? All right, having fun grilling? Here, let me help you out just a little bit more here, okay?
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That ought to do it. All right. So even one of the greatest things that you can do that I love to do, the guys and I were just talking about even like grilling chilies to make like great moles, using like little pans like this. One of my favorite things to do, especially with the kids, is to grill stone fruit like peaches or nectarines or plums. And you just take a little bit of that. And what I do is I'll take one of those warm cornbreads as well, okay? And then I'll just take a little bit of that Tupelo from Mississippi honey like that and just kind of drizzle it around like this here. Yes. It doesn't have to be any more difficult than that. And there you have it, okay, folks? Right from the grill. Hey, folks, I want to thank David and Andy for coming out here and supporting us tonight. Mastering the Grill. Everybody gets a copy in the studio audience. Okay. I'm Emeryl Lagasse. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time, folks.